All right. Hello, hello. All right. So tonight I am going to go into a little bit of just the energy and the working of the business. So, for example, tonight's call is going to be focusing on how to take care of your people, but also keeping your energy right. Sometimes when we start taking care of our people, people seem to think it's give, 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 drain, drain, drain. And so while you're depleting your cup, you're filling up other people's cup. And ultimately, it ends up in the wrong energy space for you. And then you cannot control their outcome, anyways. So it ends up being a little bit of a miscommunication or even a misfire in your business, causing early burnouts, that sort of thing. So tonight I'm going to share just a few tips and tricks on what to do to take care of your clients and coaches, discount coaches, all of those people, and then also taking care of yourself, but not in the mindfulness piece. We have tons of tools and personal development. I'll kind of be talking about the mindset or the energy focused on how you connect with your challengers. All right. So without further ado, I'm just going to jump right into it. I don't have any slides for you tonight, so just kind of getting a pen and paper, getting ready to take your notes. And if you have any questions, just feel free to throw them below, tag me, and I'll pop in and kind of connect and answer those as they come in. Okay, perfect. So first of all, starting off with taking care of your people. What does that even mean? All right. So you go through all of this work to get somebody to understand all the amazing things that it is that we do. You're so excited. Somebody else is excited to do this with you. It's what you've been waiting for, right? And then you go through all these steps, you get them in, and it seems like you did all this work. And then they sign up and they're ready to go, and crickets. Crickets. What do you do next? Like, where do you go with it? So I guess keeping a consistent plan, and that could be something as simple as a post-it note with like 3 steps, right? What we do is we do the program. We have our own health and wellness journey. We invite people to that health and wellness journey. Those people that say yes, we show them how to do the same thing that we do and to help other people. All right, so it's a very simple 3-step process. And so coming up with something just like that, even it could be written on a post-it for your new challengers. So first off, you're going to want to have some kind of a welcome info. So a welcome email. If you don't already have one, connect with your upline, ask what they do. They'll send it over to you. Or better yet, look at how you got started. Okay, so when I signed up, what emails did I see? What got sent out to me? What groups did I get plugged into, right? So when I said yes and I signed up, I got a welcome email with a Get Started Right packet. You'll kind of see those are in each program. So for example, you can go into work materials under 21 Day Fix and Getting Started right there. Okay, so something similar to those lines. That's saying taking your measurements, maybe it's a commitment statement. Before photo is crucial. And then even if you need to tie in something as to why that before photo is important, giving them the prompt to share it with you. I also give them the prompt that even if you're not going to share it with anyone, take that photo. Take the photo. Okay, you paid for this. Let's do the full, let's do it right. So that Getting Started Right email, and then where you're going to plug them into. So whether that's a BOD group, a Facebook challenge group, whatever that is, getting that in that same welcome email so that they can kind of have that there. Then what I like to do, so that's like email 1, and you can be whatever kind of form. There's tons of organization coach trainings out there. So you can be a Google Streak person. That's what I am in right now. You can be a Flow Desk person, whatever it is that you want to be or experiment with. Just YouTube or Google Beachbody Flow Desk or coach. Somebody will come through. There's trainings everywhere, right? So kind of coming up with that plan of a welcome email, whatever that looks like. It could just be a welcome text. Okay, we don't need to like overcomplicate things. If you're not going to send the email out for 6 months because you don't know how to make the email, copy and paste it in a text, send it out. Easy as that. It's not overcomplicated. And then getting them into your groups. And then what I'm going to focus on is what happens when you get them into your groups. What happens when they're ready to run? Okay, so doing your weekly check-ins, and this is on our daily business tracker. So this isn't something new. Okay, it says follow up with Shakeology users, follow up with clients. So I'm going to share with you my plan, which is a weekly check-in. And I say this very loosely, where it could be on Monday, I'm reaching out to somebody, and then I might reach out to them again on Friday, and they might not hear from me for a week. But that doesn't mean my door is closed. It just means I'm not taking that initiative to chase after them. I'm doing it when it fits into my schedule. So I would recommend once a week scheduling a weekly check-in. And that could be weekends are busy for me. So that would be every Monday, I'm doing a weekly check-in. And what that is I'm checking them in for this week, but then I'm also already putting those seeds in to prepare them into next week. So if the weekend was crazy, okay, what happened last weekend? What can we do for this coming, so forth. And figuring out what works for you. So for my weekly check-ins, I originally wanted it to be email, and I never made those emails up. I just kept pushing it off. Okay. So doing what feels right for you. So what works for me is voice memos. I send out voice memos to my people, especially like the new ones in the basically what I do is all my new people for the past like 30 to 60 days are getting weekly check-ins. And then anybody who has fallen off, I'll kind of put that in a rotation of like once a month connecting with them, just so they know that I'm still here. But I'm also not chasing them down, which will be the second part of this call, which is keeping your energy right. And then there's also little tools such as like Google Forms. If you're not utilizing Google Forms for like a health and wellness questionnaire to get to know pre-clients before they sign up, I heavily recommend that. And then you can just use that Google form as an easy way to shoot it out here. If you want to update me on your journey, please fill out this questionnaire so I can check it out and get back to you. That's kind of a nice way to not send out that voice memo all the time. For me, it was, I just needed something to get in and out really quick. And I haven't mastered the Google form consistency yet. So something that might work that didn't work for me, but it's just every person's different, is getting that Google form filled out. And then if you have keyboard shortcuts in your phone, if you don't, start using keyboard shortcuts in your phone. For example, right now I'm typing in a shortcut called Yoga Tribe, and it is throwing out my Barre Blend invite because I'm postnatal right now. And so I'm doing a Barre Blend group, and this is the second round. So I'm just focusing on my yoga people, sending them out. And then if they're not even yoga people, I use the keyboard shortcut. And then I go in and I customize it for that person. If they're not a yoga person, it still counts because all of us are yoga people. Like for me, even if somebody is a weightlifter in the gym, like I can connect with them on a mindfulness level for sure. Maybe that's my superpower. So keyboard shortcut. So for example, if you have a Google form, hey, just checking in, I would love to hear an update. If you're interested in utilizing the tools that you purchased this year, let me know by filling out this form and I'll get back to you. And it should just be a form of how many times did you work out this week? Did you send me a after photo? Those sorts of things. If you're looking for a form example, just let me know. I'll shoot you mine over. And same with emails as well. When we talked about emails in the beginning, just tag me so that I see the comment and the response, and I will send that over to you. All right. So coming up with some kind of a follow-up system, and it doesn't have to be really immaculate and beautiful. If you're a creative person and you have the time, perfect. If you're not at SC by the 5th of the month, don't make the time. Like focus on SC, helping those people and those challengers, because that's going to go into my next prompt later. But all right. So anyways, doing that. And then something that's really helped me is I use my planner, and on the month, so you know how you have a month, your planner, and then it has your month breakdown. On the side, there's notes. I write down all of the people that sign up on those side of notes. And then every year I kind of know who's re-signing up. And then I also know who I'm signing up this month, because I like to look at that note and that I always have my planner open. So I always know, okay, these are the 5 people that just signed up last month. So as I am sitting here wanting to make sure there's engagement, and I put up my sweaty workout clips on my stories, I can quickly go in and tag those 5 people that signed up last month, and being like super inspired by these women crushing their journey, or these women pursuing their journey. And those that would help anybody who is actually showing up and working out every day. And I see that. And anybody who's not showing up and working out every day already, they're going to be reminded, oh, hey, yeah, I signed up for this. I chose to do this, and kind of keep themselves in the game. So that's kind of taking care of your people by just keeping them inspired. And that's something that I really want to share with you guys. And it doesn't have to be written out on your planner. So for example, I know my coach, Carly, she writes out her new people's tags on her big mirror that she takes her sweaty selfie in once a day. So she sees their names and can easily tag them in, right? That would be awesome as well. I know some people like to use a whiteboard. I just never invest in a whiteboard, but hang that up on the wall. Maybe you have your month people out and you can keep track of them there. That would be a really awesome way to do it too. I'm just one person that I don't want to invest in something that I don't know if it's going to work for me, and then like putting it up on a wall. Like I don't want to overcomplicate something that's already in my head complicated, and it's not. It's totally not, right? But keep in mind by writing these things on the calendars, if you're also like a tech savvy person and you're really good with like keeping organized electronically, this is already all completed for us in our Beachbody office. So starting that practice and that mindset of going in there now, even if you only have one person, you go in there every week and keep up to date. Every time there's a flag, I connect with that flag, whatever that means. And then I also always go into my subscriptions to see who's renewing, go into new coaches, just kind of using that system and knowing that like, you're not going to log into your back office one day and be like, oh, I understand it all. It's only going to get more understandable the more that you're in there, the more that you're doing that work. My little babes is waking up, so we'll see if my husband grabs him, but he's not crying, so we're totally good. Okay, so moving from weekly check-ins and figuring out what works for you and how to keep track of your challengers in that way. I think I was touching on this earlier, but another way to make sure you're taking care of your people is creating an environment that's exciting. If you're not excited for your challenge groups, change your freaking challenge groups. They need to excite you. All right, so figure out how you have to do that. Whether that's not even doing a daily check-in and you just go live every 3 days about like what your expectations are for the next 3 days. Like, okay, so for the next 3 days, my expectations are for 5 minutes every day. You guys are going to get outside or whatever that is, or you guys are going to, on your check-ins for the next 3 days, share with me your favorite Disney character and why. Okay, like connect it with you, and make it work. So the reason I mentioned keeping the excitement going in your group is because a way to take care of your people is also by keeping those group fresh and exciting. And to keep them fresh and exciting, you have to have new people in the group cycling through, because the new people are going to keep the old people inspired. The old people are going to inspire the new people because they're still here crushing their workouts. And you need to have new people coming into the group and showing up all the time. So your priority in taking care of people is to take care of more people and allow them into your circle, because you never know who's going to inspire and connect with who in this group. All right. And then the last thing for taking care of your people and how to keep them motivated and inspired is modeling the behavior that you're looking for. If you expect your coaches or clients to show up with a sweaty workout every day or a sweaty selfie every day, you better be sharing a sweaty workout selfie every day. Okay. And if you're the person that has been 3 days and you haven't checked into your group and you can't understand why your group isn't performing or there's not a lot of people in there, well, why would Susie show up if Queen Bee Victoria isn't even here today? All right. So modeling that behavior, and something that really changed for me and my mindset when I switched it was I want to be the first goddamn person in my group showing up every day. So that if that means I have to wake up earlier and earlier, perfect. And then that being said, every once a month or twice a month, when somebody in my challenge group beats me, you know what I'm doing? I'm shouting that person out for making me look like a sloth. I'm like, way to go, Jan. You just showed up and kicked my ass this morning. I just got mine done. Thanks for the motivation. All right. And so that kind of leads into shouting out behavior that you want duplicated. So if someone finishes a program, shout it out. If somebody shares a sweaty workout clip on their story, shout it out, tag it out, reshare it. Talk about how inspiring and encouraging these people are. If someone checks in every day for a week, shout it out. If you haven't heard from someone in a month and they come back with a sweaty workout post selfie, shout it out. Hey, Jess, love seeing you in this group. You are always so inspiring. Welcome back, babe. Okay. Simple, takes 3 seconds, throw it up there. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. So those are kind of the main takeaways for me, is modeling that behavior and then also shouting out anything you want duplicated. So if you're sitting here and you're like, gosh, I just want people to show up, model that, show up every single day, go in live for 4 minutes. And what are you going in live for? Just sit there and wait for people to come on. Just I think last summer Carly did a sit and sweat sesh. So after every workout for 10 minutes, she was just sitting on her sweat studio in her workout group, fitness group, just sitting there, just waiting to hang out. People would pop on. She'd be talking about new shoes, a book she's reading, a mindset she had on one of her workouts, something Joel said, anything that comes to mind. And if what comes to mind isn't inspiring and exciting, then work on your personal development. Figure that out. Even just sitting in that challenge group is inspiring because it's like you're in a virtual space surrounded by other people who either now or at one point wanted to do better. Okay, that's amazing. All right. So those are kind of my key takeaways for how to take care of your people. Hopefully that helps you there. And then now kind of pivoting into keeping your energy right. So I probably shared some little cookie crumbs to this one and cookie crumbs to this one. So we'll kind of see where that goes. So let's see, keeping your energy right. I'm just pulling the right notes up here. All right. So how to use your energy in a way that conserves but also inspires. So I gave you ways to inspire and keep people accountable, but now also I want you to completely detach from that. So for example, you check in with Jess once a week. Jess never responds. All right, maybe you give her 3 weeks. And then in those 3 weeks too, don't be so attached that she's not responding. Be excited that you have Jess in, be excited that you have Jess in your pipeline to send voice memos because she signed up. She wanted to be a part of this. Be excited that she even made step 1 of doing something exciting or doing something transformative for her life. And then let that go. Next week, do it again. Cool. Be excited. Jess didn't respond. That's okay. Jess has got life. She's making a decision for herself. She's already has that seed planted, and maybe she's just not going to grow it this time. All right, and give it a few weeks, let that go. And then if maybe you checked in with her once a week for 3 weeks, and you still haven't heard anything, detach from Jess, detach from her results, detach from her experience. You cannot control her actions. All you can do is control what you provide her and your actions. So being super proud of the way that you showed up for her. And if you're not super proud, send her some more tools that she can use to inspire herself. Hey, haven't heard from you in a while. Just wanted to let you know, last week I did a free group for owning your morning. Let me know if you want me to plug you into the group so you can work through it at your own pace. Or next week I'm doing a free morning group. Let me know, or I just invited you. Feel free to approve the invite and follow along with us. All I ask from you is participation so that other people can be inspired by you like I have. Something along those lines, but kind of detaching if you don't feel like you gave a good experience, just providing more, what is that word? More value to them, and knowing that you still are not responsible for their outcome. You're responsible for how you feel. So if you don't feel proud or like inspired by what you've done, give yourself some grace that you're not perfect and you did what you could, but they also, when they clicked sign and confirm, they also had access to everything. They didn't need to have it spoon fed to you by you. If you did spoon feed it to them, great. Hopefully it worked. If it didn't, it might hurt them in the future because they won't have anyone to spoon feed it to them once you become more and more invested with your entire challengers in your groups. So detaching from that outcome, you cannot control their actions. All you can control is the tools that you provide them and the energy that you share with them. And not, when I say share, not give, not giving them all of your energy. And then just that reminder of being extremely invested in providing an amazing group and experiences. What they do with it is their decision. And how do you provide that amazing group? Go back up to the beginning of this call and look at getting them started, bringing fresh new challenges into the group to keep inspiring everybody along that journey together. And I always love doing like partnership challenges in my group where, say there's 10 people and you just kind of partnered 2 of them up, or you allowed them to partner themselves up. Anybody who didn't, you just auto partnered. That's always an awesome way to have accountability as well. And and then the last thing that I'm going to share with you guys is just giving yourself permission to ask. Maybe you just have to go live and what inspires that and ask what's inspiring to them or what works for them. Do they like daily posts? Do they like weekly check-ins? Do they like, so for example, I know my girls love giveaways. So if I want to get some more involvement, which makes sense because I love giveaways. If I want to see more involvement or if I'm seeing things dwindle off, I'm doing a giveaway. And that's been tubs of Energizer sticks, something as small as just a couple packets of Bevy. So it's a fun way to try the products and then also share it with people. And if you're hyping up because it's serving you in a way, they're going to be excited to get it. Whew, got a little long on that one. All right. So that is my call for you guys tonight. Focusing on taking care of your people, keep filling up their cup, but also keeping your cup full as well. Doing that by detaching from their outcome, being excited for their journey. And if their journey isn't the straight line that you projected for them, look at your journey. Okay. Is your journey a straight line? I highly doubt it. And actually, I know it's not. And just kind of letting the process and the system work as it should. All right. So I'm going to let you go for the night. Look forward to working with you guys. Let me know. Okay. Maybe I'm just going to end it. Take care, guys. There's more.